Breckenridge was brutally cold last night. Thankfully, the hotel let us tuck the scooters in their underground garage. A small mercy before a long mountain day.
Good morning. We are leaving Breckenridge, Colorado. There's a ski lift right there. Leaving Breckenridge, Colorado, headed to Centennial, Wyoming. Just need to find our way out of town here. I'm excited tonight. We're staying at a hotel I really like, called the Old Corral Hotel and Steakhouse. And it's a treat. Headed out of town at 8:43. We're cutting it close, I guess, because we have a 2-hour ride to Rocky Mountain National Park. And we have a 9 to 11 o'clock entry window.
We had a decision to make this morning. Either backtrack north to Interstate 70, where we're not even sure if the pass is open, or roll the dice and take the back roads. We chose Swan Lake Road out of Breckenridge. No regrets.
Keystone, Colorado, like the home of Coors beer.
We won't travel very far on the map today, but it will be a big day in the saddle. We'll cross the Continental Divide 4 separate times.
Look at this.
Our first Continental Divide crossing was Loveland Pass. Climbing past Arapahoe Basin ski area at 11,990 feet, trucks carrying hazardous materials banned from the Eisenhower Tunnel are forced over this pass, so you share the road with some serious machinery. The sweeping switchbacks, towering snowbanks, and sharp alpine air made it an unforgettable ride. Today's second crossing of the Continental Divide at Berthoud Pass, 11,307 feet up, US 40, named after Edward L. Berthoud, chief surveyor of the Colorado Central Railroad. The pass was first discovered in 1861 during an expedition with mountain man Jim Bridger. It's a well-traveled road, but no less spectacular than any of the other passes we will cross today.
Not much point in going too fast. Can't accelerate too much because you'll just come against the back of a truck or a minivan or an RV. So might as well just sit back, relax, let gravity take us down the hill, and enjoy it.
Rocky Mountain National Park spans 414 square miles and welcomes more than 4 million visitors annually. With that kind of traffic, the park runs on a timed entry system. Make your reservations and be at the gate when your window opens. After a few hours of riding from Breckenridge, we felt lucky to have made it within 30 minutes of our entry window. If you're road tripping across the United States, buy a National Parks Pass. It's only $80 a year and gives you access to over 2,000 federal recreation sites, national parks, forests, and wildlife refuges. Considering most parks charge around $35 for a single visit, the National Parks Pass pays for itself fast.
I can barely get up over 40. Birds soaring right over the road here. It's getting cold enough I can't keep my visor all the way down because it fogs up. Woo-hoo! A little bit of vertigo, anybody? Plus I'm a little lightheaded because of the altitude.
We followed Trail Ridge Road, US 34, across the park, climbing over Milner Pass at 10,759 feet and Fall River Pass at 11,796 feet. Neither is the high point of the park. Trail Ridge Road actually crests at 12,183 feet. At the top, it was bitterly cold, We snapped photos, played in the snow to celebrate, and then saddled back up. We may have frozen our asses off on snow-covered summits, but the views were unmatched. And let's be honest, navigating mountain switchbacks at 12,000 feet when you're slightly lightheaded from altitude adds a certain edge to the adventure. The descent down the western side of the divide felt like a bobsled run aimed straight to Estes Park, Colorado. We didn't want to freeze to death on the mountain, so we rode and 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 we rode like mad until we got to Estes Park, Colorado, where we visited the Stanley Hotel. Some of you may remember it as the Overlook Hotel from the movie The Shining. The afternoon turned into glorious canyon carving along Buckhorn Road and beside the Cache La Poudre River through Poudre Canyon in northeast Colorado. Smooth sweepers, rushing water, and endless granite walls. Pure riding bliss. Along the way, we spotted moose, elk, and even a few wild turkeys. By late afternoon, we traded mountain twisties for open highway across the southeast plains of Wyoming. After a day full of technical riding in freezing conditions, the straight roads were a welcome break. We rolled into Centennial, Wyoming, and checked into the old Corral Hotel and Steakhouse, a rustic gem that feels like a cowboy bunkhouse. After 296 miles, a proper steak and potato dinner the Wyoming way was exactly what we needed. And since we'd spent the entire day in the Rocky Mountains, I figure I had the balls to order the Rocky Mountain oysters as an appetizer.